right, everybody. We are live on Stogie 411. Thanks to Brian Hewitt, we're running a little late, but we're good to go now. And as you can tell, we got the guys from StogieReview with us today. Hey, guys, how's it going?
What's up?
Brian.
Enthusiastic.
Anyway, yeah, they are. You missed the pre-show. It was kind of funny, actually. We should have recorded it, but unfortunately, I don't believe it was recorded. But anyways, thanks to everybody in the chat room. We got a great,
I don't believe it either.
Yeah, we got a great chat room going on tonight, and a lot of giveaways for you. One thanks to StogieReview, and one thanks to East Coast Cigars. So why don't we get rolling right with the show, Mike? Why don't you go ahead and take it away?
All right. Well, first question that everybody wants to know is, well, if you don't already know, those guys are from a website. It's called StogieReview.com. It's a little thing that does like cigar stuff or something. But Walt and Jerry started it. Now, why don't you tell the people how everything came together, how yous met, and how the site actually came to be?
Take it away, Walt.
All right. Well, in a nutshell, we were online gamers, and we were playing a lot of first-person shooters. In particular, it was Battlefield 1942. We did the whole thing: headsets, ventrilo, screaming back and forth at one another on who to kill on the screen, and it was a lot of fun. And we eventually got shunned from the group because we were the only two people trying to do these battles with cigars in our mouths and mumble commands. We go on the roof. We go on the roof. That's pretty much what they would hear. So we started doing cigar reviews in the gaming section of the forum, and it got kind of large. So we ported it over to a blog, and everything kind of grew from there.
Sweet. So why did you guys decide to start a cigar blog?
Jerry just kind of did it.
He just
It's something to do. The name was
usually how it
available,
works.
and then just like fuck
Sure,
it, let's
just-
do it.
Fucking does something, and we just all have to live with it, basically.
Exactly.
So Jerry's the boss.
Oh, everybody got
more
quiet.
than
Yeah, well, silence.
He's the one that keeps breaking everything. So we kind of follow. We have to. It's totally what we meant to do.
Walt broke the ad thing. I didn't break shit. No, I'm more the dictator, and then Walt kind of pulls me in and says, "Hey, we can't do it that way." I'm like, "All right." So Walt really calls the shots behind the scenes. I'm just the loudmouth that everybody sees or hears. I guess that makes more sense.
All right. What made you decide to bring Mr. Hewitt on board?
They needed the extra sex appeal. They had a good blog, but it just wasn't there. They need something to bring the ladies in. They brought me on.
No. In all honesty, Brian was like, one of our diehard fans early on, and he kept calling and texting us. And one night he called us and he was just crying on the phone, wanting to be a part of it all. And I told Walt, I was like, look, man, I don't like grown men crying on the telephone. So, let's just let him be a part of it and, make him
please,
feel special.
Let me do all this work for no pay at all, please.
All this work.
It's like that. Yeah.
Like getting on the Skype in time and all that kind of stuff. Is that the work you're talking about?
Yeah, I think Mike came about to be pretty much the same way, only he included pictures with his pleading.
Yeah.
And I don't know who made that call because I would have, I didn't see the pictures until after. I'm like, no, it's too late.
I must have been on sabbatical or something. I think that's all Walt's doing.
Walt decided on his own.
Everybody I decide to add gets tossed. Walt fires him or something, gets rid of them. These guys, Walt, they stick around.
They must have something on Walt.
We got the dirt.
Well, why don't each one of you guys tell us one of your favorite reviews and why? I know there's been a lot. It's been a long time, so pick one.
Of each of our own, or
each one of you.
Yes, Brian.
You might want to let Brian go last. He's still thinking.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't. Once I publish a review, I really don't remember, and half the times I don't remember what the fuck I said. So, like, earlier in the week when I published the video about my IPCPR wrap up, and Walt was like, "Man, I can't wait to see the reaction you get when you said Alec Bradley did a dick move." And I'm like, "I said dick move?" And, it's just one of those things. So I mean, they're all my favorite. It's one of those things that's fun to do. It's entertaining to do, and I'm an attention whore, so I like the response and hear what people say. It's always fun to do. So I like them all, except for Mike shit.
I think we're all, together on that. Not liking Mike shit at all. Not at all.
Bastards.
Not even a bit, really.
Yeah.
What a bastard.
I actually have a special plug-in for my browser that just edits his out completely. Just the three of us. Yeah.
Nice.
None of his stuff. They don't even see it. I mean, I forget he's on the site sometimes.
All right, so you don't like Mike shit. So what shit do you like then of yours?
Oh, all of mine. I mean, they're all. They really are. I mean, they're impeccably written.
I warned you, right?
The photography is beautiful. I mean, it's hard to pick. They're all, little, crystals of perfection.
Weren't we going to start the show without him?
All right, Walt, come on, redeem the other two, will you?
Well, I kind of got to echo what Jerry says. It's really tough to pick out what you enjoy most of your own stuff because, quite frankly, I can't remember a lot of what I've done. I mean, some cigars I get all excited about, but other ones, they just kind of, I forget about them. And then, you go through the review index and it's like, oh, I reviewed that at some point. I wonder what I thought. And you kind of look at your thoughts. If I had to pick one classic review that I like, it was Jerry's Vasco da Gama review. I think that's the one where he almost burnt his house down and then talked about using a stinky cigar ashtray for a quote-unquote helm.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The Equus was legendary.
Yeah, the Equus was the one where I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
Yeah.
I got to go with Walt, the Vasco da Gama where the ashtray caught on fire, and man, that was scary.
Well, Joel Mully brought it up, the one where you got attacked by the bee. When you
Yeah, you know what, and that's the hard thing about smoking outside is the bugs. I mean, I'd rather smoke in 30-degree weather anytime, but man, this fucking bugs are ferocious. Come out of nowhere, like.
I kind of dig. I don't even know what the review was, but the whole porn stash Jerry review. That was
that's classic.
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, that was. I think that was a Don Tomas Maduro or something like that. But yeah,
I think you're right.
Mhm.
Well, let's take a question from the chat. John G wants to know how do you guys decide whose review will be next to be posted? Is there an order to it, or how do you decide?
Yeah. Normally, I take care of Mondays. Brian takes care of Wednesdays. Walt takes care of Fridays, and I don't know, whatever Mike does. Whenever he does this, I don't really pay attention. But I mean, that's pretty much how it goes. I mean, we don't try to schedule. I get pissed off at Brian Hewitt all the time when he steals a review from me that I've been working on. I'm like, yeah. I just take it out on his mom. That's all.
Oh my! All righty.
Wow. We went to moms. How long are we into this? So we already went to moms?
About 10 minutes.
Yeah, this could be a long show.
I miss Brian.
Yeah, we have kind of a loose schedule. I think it's Jerry on Monday, Mike on Tuesday, Brian on Wednesday, Jerry on Thursday, me on Friday, filler content on Saturday, and me on Sunday.
I'm filling content. What the hell?
I thought I said you were in there twice.
Saturdays is fill-in content. See how he does that? See how... Brian's over there probably feeding him the information.
I thought Saturdays were guest posts. Is he not a guest? I thought he was just a really prolific guest poster we had.
That's right. Damn it, I'm a guest.
Bright and early tomorrow morning, we're going to get Mike's resignation. I formally dumped you guys.
I've had enough, he said.
Why wait till tomorrow? Mike.
Yeah. Oh.
Seriously, do it on air right now. Good
Let me
radio.
write it out.
Whatever the hell it is.
I've had it.
All right. Captain Billy's got one for you. He said, have you ever thought of starting your own cigar line? And if yes, who would you do it with?
We actually talked about this a lot, especially towards last year. And I guess John Huber was reading our mind because we always said that we'd want Ernesto Perez Carrillo to blend something for us, but we didn't think he was in that business yet. He wanted to get his core line going, and lo and behold, today he wants to do one for crowned heads all of a sudden, But I think either Ernesto Perez Carrillo is probably top of the list, and the guys at Racing Cubanas and Honduras.
Jerry makes it sound like we actually approached Ernesto Perez Carrillo. We may have talked about it. It's not like he just backhanded us and went over there. It's like he never got beyond talking about it. We just like, man,
you know what?
It'd be cool, yeah.
In my mind, if it happened, if I thought it in my mind, it happened. I mean, that's how it comes out.
If you believe it to be true, it's true.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm sure I tweeted about it, and so it's out.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago at IPCPR. We got together and we were talking about it. We talked to a couple of the smaller manufacturers that we're friendly with, and the minimum order is remarkable, and the price is rather expensive. So that was what gummed up the works for quite a while. But we still do talk about it every now and again. Maybe sometime in the future.
You'd be surprised, actually, that there's plenty of people willing to do that because they see gringo sucker when you walk up to them and say, I want to make my own cigar line. Oh, really? Oh, let us help you out with that.
If Skip Martin, a.k.a. Chief Hava, can do a cigar, I mean, shit, how hard can it be? I mean, seriously.
Mike could even do one.
I know. But it'd be terribly hard, though. I mean, all four of us... Okay, three of us trying to agree on a blend or two. I mean, we'd have to each have our own blend, and that'd get expensive pretty fast.
You shouldn't cut Brian out like that. Don't cut Brian out like that. That's wrong.
I'm used to it. People forget about me. I'm all text and pictures. No talking heads.
Yeah, Brian, here's a question for you. How did your tower burn come to be?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Yeah, it was something. It's one of those things that just kind of popped into my head. It was kind of like, I'm not doing video, and how can I, people really kind of dig watching, you're in the shop, you're watching your cigar burn, you're watching other people's cigar burn, whatever, and like, how can you represent that unless you do video or something like that? And I'm like, you know what, I'm not doing video. I don't have the equipment. I'm kind of a little retarded when it comes to the AV stuff. I shouldn't be, but I am. And I thought, well, maybe we just took a lot of pictures and stacked them. And, it kind of evolved. It was a little rough at first, but it's gotten a little smoother. And it is absolutely the highlight now of Stogie Reviews, so it's what people come to see.
Oh,
great.
My. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a that's what she said moment there, but Jerry never chimed in there. When Brian...
All I heard from Brian was, wah, 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 wah.
Well, you do have the amount of hair that Charlie Brown has, so, I mean, I guess that would be...
What's that, Brian? I couldn't hear. Hello?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh.
We'll get off the cigar topic for a second. Walt, you're into guns. What's some of your favorite guns?
I have a Smith & Wesson M&P that I love to shoot. I also have a Springfield XD subcompact that's a lot of fun. And, you really can't beat the old military rifles. I have a blast with my SKS every now and again. I drag it out once a year and put a whole bunch of lead through it, and it's a lot of fun.
Anybody else? Jerry? Brian, you don't have guns. Never mind.
Brian better not have a gun.
I'm a fan of any gun that's not pointed directly at me.
I'm the worst Asian driver there is, so I could barely drive a car. You don't want me having a gun.
He'd probably shoot himself with it.
Probably.
It looks clean.
It's a rapid spam delivery system. Yeah, give that a shot. Yeah.
All right. Where do you guys see Stogie Review in 5 years?
At StogieReview.com, probably.
I mean, in another 5 years? Or?
In another 5 years.
Yeah, in another 5 years.
Broke. Same place we are now. Fucking nowhere. Sit down in the back of my house.
And we still would not have gotten an interview with Alan Rubin, probably. That's
yeah.
I see it.
That's my goal the next 5 years, to interview Alan Rubin.
Yeah.
I hope that opportunity comes.
I think it'll
be... Next week on Stogie 401 is Alan Rubin.
For a high-profile feud, I think that we should, just war it out, even if, behind the scenes we don't care. It's just kind of like, your little exchange with Pete.
Yeah, I'm gonna create an effigy and just start burning it of Alan Raven. I think that'd be kind of cool. Right? That'll get his head.
He is going to hear this and flip out. He's going to be, what in the hell is wrong with these guys?
It probably says that already. Probably why he doesn't want to talk to us.
Well, speaking of IPCPR, Brian, Jerry, you guys went this year with all the new, we'll say, regulations that they put on bloggers. How did you guys view it? Did you see less bloggers there? Was it the norm?
Yeah, I didn't notice too much of a difference. I mean, it was interesting to see who didn't go, but then ahead of time you already knew which bloggers weren't going to be there. I mean, I didn't see much of a difference. My wallet was $150 lighter, but I mean, that's about it. And we still didn't get the freaking lunch.
I do have a beef about the lunch. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
throw us a bone, throw us a sandwich or something like that, Kit Kat or whatever. But I
Equal members,
I thought-
my act.
it seemed to me like there were fewer guys there, and I'm guessing the $150 scared some people off. It's a little surprising to me, but I don't know. But I did like we seem to have greater access to the show. At least in the preceding day was set up, and even getting in early before people stampeded in, which was pretty cool. So I mean, I don't know if it was worth $150, but that is the name of the game now. So that's kind of the way we had to play it. So I was looking on the bright side. It seemed good. I didn't run into too many. I don't think I ran into any real douchebags. Come to think of it, so I mean, maybe it did the trick. I don't know.
You didn't run into Stephen Boyajian?
Oh well, yeah.
Come on.
Well, but I knew that.
Those print media guys are so full of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I can't say too much bad about him until after the next episode or the next issue comes out, because I wrote something for it in support of CRA. So I'll wait for that to get out in the shelves before I start just tearing him apart. Nice guy, that guy. Boyajian, Sheboygan, Bubblegum, Big League Chew, whatever his name is.
All right. So what are you guys' favorite smokes? Favorite expensive or favorite higher price smoke, and favorite, like I like the cheap ass smokes?
For me, my go-to, and I mean, I don't really pay too much attention to, not to sound snotty or anything, I don't really pay too much to pricing. My favorite go-to cigar is the Florida Dominicana Cameron Cabinet. Number 5. Anybody?
I like the Illusion 88 in particular. I also like the 888, but can't get them anymore, so kind of feeling the pain there.
And I will answer for Brian. His is something by Jesus Fuego.
Yeah, you'd be right. You'd be right on that. That's one of my favorites. But if we were going to go for kind of the more regular end of things, Jesus tend to be a little spendy. But yeah, the Corojo number 1, Grand Reserva Corojo number 1. It's been my favorite for years. Illusion 88, like Walt said, excellent. But if we're going crazy expensive, I got 2 crazy expensive smokes, and yeah, I think that's my ride. I don't know if you can hear the sirens.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I took the thing off, the little suit that I had, like that. I took it off, and they have a little thing on it. When I take it off, they come get me. But no, if I'm going crazy expensive, and Davidoff loves it when I mention their stuff in the same phrase with crazy expensive. But the Colorado Claro, what the heck is it? The double R, the whatever it is, the biggest one they have. It's
Special
$30 or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? The special R?
Yeah.
It's the it's the very well endowed one. That one it's the best of those, and I've bought a bunch of those, despite the fact that they're just kind of way out there in price. And they also had they had a special Xeno from one year that had it was a Nicaraguan wrapper that I really liked, and I bought a few of those too. Those are probably, if you just limit it to stuff that you're just nuts or you got more money than you know what to do with to buy. Yeah, those are the 2 I go with. So, yeah. Don't tell my wife about that.
And the cool thing about the Colorado Claro is it only comes out every 8 years or so. So it's a tough one to come by. So when you see it, you gotta hoard them bitches.
And I did. I have a few. I hang on to them. They come out occasionally. Delicious.
Yeah, I think last time I was down in Atlanta, we kind of got into a little argument about who was going to get the last couple that Buckhead had. And I think I beat you to it because.
You know what happened is there were some left there, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick those up. And I said, oh, I don't have the money on me. I'll just do it tomorrow. By the time I got there tomorrow, the next day they were gone. Yeah, so missed out on some of those. But I found another. Oh, was that you? Okay, jerk.
All right. Well, listen. Let's do this. It's about halfway through the show. We're going to give away the stinky ashtray. We're giving away thanks to East Coast Cigar Company. Walt has the question. What you got to do is you got to go to Stogie Review now. Everybody in the chat, someone in the chat's going to win it. You got to go to Stogie Review to find the answers. Go ahead, Walt. Tell them what the question is.
All right. I would like you to find the Stogie Review version of the classic Rick Roll.
All right. So the first one to come up with that answer, you're going to win the ashtray.
There was actually a hit earlier.
Yes, there was.
There was.
Let's see who was paying attention between all the giggling.
Yeah.
Now, there's a question in the chat. Jack Rebel, what are you guys smoking?
I got the EPC Core Line Maduro going on.
Got
I'm
a
smoking
Kirivari Reserva Limitada.
I'm smoking electronic cigar. No, I'm kidding. That's crap. Well, I mean, it's impressive the way it was. I got a Tat Black, the Petite Lancero, which I reviewed recently. You can, since you're over at Stogie Review anyway and not watching this anymore, you might as well go check that out.
And that's Brian's plug for the day. Mute his mic.
Pimpin', pimpin', pimpin'.
Got that lean down, too.
I have no comment. I learned my lesson about the word pimpin'.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pimpin' has been removed from my vocabulary.
Mike, what are you drinking right out of a wine bottle?
He's drinking Zaya. You got him all nervous.
Oh, dear God. I was going to say, put a paper bag around it at least. Come on.
No, I figured I better grab this because I knew tonight was going to be interesting. So this will help me through
I'm
it.
drinking a Spanish coffee. It looks like regular coffee, but it's much tastier.
Look at
The show's only an hour?
It's only an hour.
Oh, we got to extend it. The extra long edition.
Let's see how
That's
it
what
goes.
she said.
That's twice. We got a poll going on it, Jerry, so we won't tell you what the
An over-under, huh?
Yes,
All right.
we do.
Nice.
All right. Let's get back to the questions.
Yeah.
There's been other reviewers on your site prior to the two gentlemen sitting with you. Whatever happened to them?
Lies.
Walt didn't like Justin, so yeah.
Walt, you dick.
I think Walt didn't like Brian Tipton either, and I think he went the way of the dodo too. No, I think Brian Tipton just kind of fell off the radar. And then his wife got in a car accident and all kinds of stuff. I mean,
Life happened.
Yeah, life happened. Yeah, so
you had to bring that up. I had a joke for that about him being the inferior Brian. Now I look like a dick saying because his wife got in a car accident.
You look like a dick.
Yep. Walked into that one.
Come on, guys. Anybody in the chat room?
Yeah,
Walt
come on.
says this shouldn't be that hard to find. So
I don't know.
you guys want to give him a hint, or you want to make him suffer some more, Walt? You want to give him a little hint?
There might already be some answers in the chat room. I mean, I'm just taking a peek over, and
I think Tom got it right. I think
Maybe.
Tom found.
I think people should keep looking, just to make sure that it's not somewhere else. Like possibly in my Padawahe Black review. It could be in there.
I don't think anybody got it right yet, right? I don't see anybody got it right.
No.
I don't know who. Eileen,
I guess I don't know the fucking answer. Shit.
I'm going by the answer Walt gave me, so I don't see the answer. Right, Walt? Nobody got it, right?
What are we talking about again?
I don't know, man.
All right. Let's continue on.
How important do you guys think that what we do is? I mean, how important are bloggers to the actual cigar community? Except Brian.
Critical. Sorry.
You know, I like to think, you know, I kind of answered this question earlier in the day. But I think we do, not to make ourselves sound too important, but I think we kind of play a pretty critical role. I mean, we kind of bridge the gap between manufacturers and retailers, manufacturers and consumers, and then retailers and consumers. I think we're the perfect middlemen to get their point across, their cigars, communicate their cigars, communicate what their cigars entail and how their cigars do and all that other stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, and I think bloggers in general are a little more important now than they used to be maybe 3-4 years ago. You know, the whole blogging thing kind of exploded, at least in the cigar community. And, you know, that's kind of as Jerry said, the bridge between manufacturers and consumers.
I mean, we are essentially free advertising, which is incredibly important when you have no advertising budget. But if you've got, you know, oodles of cash flowing in, if you're Pepin, you know, Pepin doesn't know what the internet is. I don't think he's seen a computer. He may have seen one turned on once, and it was probably in a museum. He has no idea. He doesn't need it. The little guys out there, the Monty Pascals, you know, that I was just hanging out with that guy the other day. He's, you know, he thinks the world of us because, well, we did a review and we talk about his stuff, we smoke his stuff. So it's, yeah, the importance, you know, kind of varies from, you know, what perspective you're taking on it. To the average cigar smoker, you know, maybe online, may not be, probably, yeah, not a lot, but yeah, for little manufacturers trying to get, you know, the word out around the states to some really interested geeks that really, you know, really into smoking. Yeah, we're pretty helpful. Really helpful.
You know, and the smart manufacturers get it. You know, it doesn't matter what I think of a cigar. It doesn't matter what Walt or Brian or Christmas tree guy thinks of a cigar. You know, it's the point. You know, the smart manufacturers get that as long as we put the spotlight on that cigar for that day.
Santa?
You've been bad.
That's bad Santa up there. That's about as bad as Santa as I've ever seen.
Oh.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, what were we saying?
I don't know. I don't remember. What was the question?
We'll take another one from the chat room. Captain Billy wants to know, have you guys ever thought of doing a road show?
Like the Antiques Roadshow? Well,
I don't know what the hell. He asked the road show, Brian. I don't know. He wants to know.
I don't know.
Roadshow.
Probably reviewing cigars.
Reviewing cigars on
like
location?
like a live concert where we're sitting up on stage.
Well, I don't know about a concert, but yeah.
They're bullshit.
In the back of your Yugo, you know, with a camcorder. That's what he's looking for.
Yugos are nice because you can actually pick them up and move them if they get stuck.
I agree.
Yeah, those are good cars.
Now we've tried to sit down and do stuff at events when we're all together, but you know it's so rare that we get a chance to all be in the same city that it's not really possible without a whole lot of traveling.
There's your answer, Captain Billy. Man, Walt, you must have gave these guys a really difficult question.
I like how infuriated Tom Cigars is getting. He's doing it with every tweet now. I think we should keep it up. Tom, you suck. You're not even close to being right, and you'll never win.
Tom's just words on the screen to me. That's all. Words on the screen.
Oh, the donkey punch. There's a cigar.
Yeah.
Oh, the review, they got us banned from iTunes.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Right? Yes. Are we back on iTunes yet? I don't think I've heard that we're not yet.
We are not.
Oh, wow,
yes.
That's good for our views, isn't it? Yeah, great.
Walt got us banned from iTunes.
Well, you know, if you're already subscribed, you still get the updates. But if anybody's searching for us to subscribe now, you're not going to find us. You got to manually subscribe and
That guy over here.
So.
Yeah, I think I'm pointing it the right
Yep.
direction. That guy. Thank you.
I mean,
Seen all
who would
For me,
have
it's up there now.
Who would have thought that iTunes would get all upset with a little cigar-on-cigar action? I mean, come on.
It was hot.
Man, I've seen tits on people's podcasts, and that doesn't. Tell you what.
There's just some things, Jerry, you can't do with cigars.
Simulated sex. You can't do simulated sex, huh?
Should we be a little inquisitive as to how on earth did people at Apple even know what a donkey punch is? Wouldn't you think that you'd be like, I don't know, I don't know what that is. We're not going to block it, but the fact that they blocked it, it says something about them. I'm like, oh, I know what that is, and I know what that is. Not here, not in my place.
No, I think some asshats out there in the world hit that report violation button or some bullshit on it. So
that's probably
even though it was probably tagged explicit, but whatever.
Yeah, I think all of our stuff is tagged explicit.
Well, there is an explicit tag for a reason.
You're welcome.
I've never actually used the explicit thing, I don't think, in Blip.
Oh, it doesn't by default.
Yeah.
Well, nobody looks at your stuff anyway, so it'll never get recorded. Don't worry about it. You're good.
I can cut him off, right?
You can.
Anytime, baby. This is just interrupting my drinking.
Hey, you can drink now. Drink up. All right.
I can, but I got to talk a little bit, too.
You're doing fine, Brian. Just keep picking on Mike. It's all good.
Yeah. All right. Hey, here's one. What's the secret to the continued success of Stogie Review?
We're too
Dressing
stupid
up.
to quit.
Stupid
to quit. Too stupid to quit. That's my answer. Going with that.
I think
rocks.
The honest answer is I think our diversity really sells us to a lot of people. We all have a different concept of what we think a great cigar is or what we want to find in a cigar, and then we cover a whole broad range of cigars from the uber expensive Brian Hewitt likes to smoke, the middle of the road that me and Walt like to smoke, the bundle shit that Mike likes to smoke. I think it's diversity and entertainment, and I don't know. People are just sick.
I thought it was the diversity in our goatees. We all have a slightly different goatee, and that really helps us out. And, of course, we got Hippie who's got nothing at all. I don't think he can grow anything out, in fact. 12 or something? Jesus. Can you even smoke cigars? What the hell are you doing?
Are you older than Charlie? I don't know.
You can grow about the same amount of hair as Charlie.
Oh, man. This is just wrong.
All right, we got another one from the chat for Jerry. Young Buck asks, Jerry, about the little JJ Robusto. Are they making any?
Yeah, the little Robusto is, we actually, if you watch our IPCPR coverage of My Father Cigars, Jose said that the Series JJ, the little Robusto, is a go. There were some communication lapse between me and him. I think he was waiting on me to say do it, and I was waiting on him to say we're doing it. But, with the help of some of the retailers that have decided to carry the little Robusto, pressuring them and asking for updates, he committed to doing video. And as of, I believe, Tuesday, rolling started.
Cool.
So hopefully in the next couple months, you'll start seeing them. There's about, I believe, 15 retailers across the country that are carrying them. I know Buckhead Cigars carrying them. I know Smokin' Cigars carrying them. J&J Cigars out in Seattle is carrying them. So there's a lot of my home shop, W. Curtis Draper, is carrying them. So there's a broad spectrum all over the country that did me the solid and is carrying them.
Now, are there going to be?
It's great that they're out in time for JJ Day. I just got to say that I love the timing.
Yeah. I mean, when the project first started, I had hoped that it would get there before then, but. It didn't. I'm happy they're doing it. They didn't ask anything of me except for to pick some retailers to carry it, and that's what I did. And they've been very gracious. It's the little Robusto, just for it's going to be in the Maduro line. It's going to be a 4.5 by 46, maybe 4.5 by 50. It's gonna retail for around $72, I believe. So it's going to be a good for boxes of 20. So it's going to be a great deal. proceeds are going to First Candle, which is a SIDS organization that helped me and my wife out when we lost JJ. So and a lot of the retailers who are carrying it are planning special events to even raise even more money.
That's great.
Now, is there going to be enough of those produced, Jerry, that other, like, if people go to their local shop, will their local shop be able to get them, or is this just a special limited edition?
Right now, it's limited to just the 15 that I selected. That I have the part of the process was I wanted shops that carried it, who knew me, who knew JJ's story. I know the only problem with it is they have to have an existing My Father Cigars account. So I think eventually it's going to get opened up depending on how the response goes. I don't know if it's going to be continued where proceeds get donated to First Candle or what. It's going to depend on the success. Right now, I think we're at about 500 boxes between the 15 different retailers getting a different allotment.
Nice.
Good. Has there ever been a cigar or a post that you guys just said, "Man, we can't put this up"?
Oh, never.
I've said a few
ourselves on
times
that.
we probably shouldn't put that up,
Yeah,
but I know we're
definitely.
going to do it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, there have been times where we've been like, shit, should we put this up? It's going to piss somebody off. But we're like, fuck it. That's what we do. I mean, it is what it is. We don't, what are they going to do to us? They're going to say, oh, you can't buy any more of our cigars. Whatever, dude. It doesn't bother me. Pissing people off is what we do, and we don't worry about it. So far below the radar that it doesn't even, it's good for page views, but it doesn't make us lose sleep over it.
No, we've had some really upset manufacturers too. Was it one of Brian's reviews? We had like an entire office piping up the review, all using different names under the same IP address.
My favorite review ever, because I got so many stupid ass comments on that, and I was as professional as I could stand to be about it, and I never insulted anybody. I believe it was. I'm not even going to say the name. Screw them. I don't want to. No, I'll never do it. No, it's some shitty cigar called Isabella that was had a knockoff Cuban Cohiba band on it, and it was sweetened in some sort of traditional sweetening method used by some drunk Cuban somewhere at some point in the past, and that was some gimmick, and I was an idiot, and I was had an unrefined palate because I couldn't dig on the sugar sauce all over it. So and the nasty ass tobacco leaf and a couple of sticks that actually made me just about hurl. So it wasn't good. It wasn't good, and I was still polite about it. And we finally had to kill the comments on that because those assholes wouldn't stop fucking leaving comments about it.
Yeah, I've had it where 1 week, I review a cigar and the manufacturer calls me and says, "Oh man, that was a great review. I really appreciate it." And then 2 weeks later, I review another cigar from them and totally, bitch slap it, and they're like, "Dude, man, stop reviewing my stuff. You're banned from reviewing my cigars." No, I mean, it's crazy,
Yeah.
And then you get the
we
fans
never
on
go
you
out-
too.
We never intentionally bash it. I mean,
Right.
It's just kind of the way it turns out.
Yeah, you're just giving your honest opinion. I mean, that's what it is,
And I miss that we can't go over the top like we have in the past, where we don't like something and we just pound the hell out of it. We can't really get away with doing that anymore because we know the people, and we might actually hurt their sales. Before, when nobody knew us and we were just sending shit out into the internet that got lost somewhere and nobody saw it, we could. And I've seen some pretty amazing reviews where somebody pounded the hell out of a cigar they didn't like. And I'm like, I don't know if I agree with it, but oh my God, that's the funniest shit I've ever seen. So I miss that aspect of it, where we are a little bit responsible in the fact that people, they've now seen all of our faces, which sucks, but, anyway, you know what I'm saying. I miss that. I miss not being able to shit all over people.
If you miss it, just wait till the next time I review an Alec Bradley cigar. Talk about a dick move. Oh, man.
And to be fair, I kind of felt like I needed to leave the comment in case he sees this. I think the guy got busy, and I didn't hold it against him, though we did have a scheduled time. So
Dude, he said, "Set up over there. I'll be right back in a minute," and just walked the fuck away, and then sat down and just totally ignored the shit out of us.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what happened. I mean, I'm not lying here. I'm not, saying anything that didn't happen. I mean, he might not remember it that way, but that's the way I remember it. So, like we were
To be
saying,
fair, I may have been a little hungover.
happens in my mind. Happy, it's true. So.
To be fair, I might have been a little hungover, so everything might have been working at a much different speed for me than it was for you at the time. So, I don't
Well, Walt, I'll leave this up to you, man, because it looks like no one's finding the answer. You want to give them a hint, or what do you want to do?
Really? No one has found the answer?
No one. I'm checking the answer that you gave me. I haven't seen it pop up in the chat room yet.
Well,
I'm curious about the answer now. Ooh.
You could probably use the search bar at the top of the page for Rick Roll, and it should pop up.
There you go,
Because I
folks.
think the word Rick Roll was actually used in the post.
Walt can't make it any easier for you.
Wow.
Search button, Rick Rolls. There you go.
I think actually somebody has posted the link in the thing. If you're,
I think you're right too.
I think General question that he just posted, it's messed up.
Yeah, he's always saying.
Yeah.
That's one effed up question, dude.
Oh wow, yeah, not going on camera with that one.
Hey, Lady of the Stick wants to know about the alleged bacon cigars that are coming out.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Bacon.
thick cut.
I don't know anything about those, but I know there's a hop flavored cigar that I actually got one early that I haven't gotten around to smoking, but I'm intrigued by that. Depending on how they've done it, if they were somehow able to grind up hops into a cigar, that would be intriguing. But my guess is it's going to taste like Kool-Aid and crab.
Dog shit.
I don't know.
Yep.
I'm waiting to see. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but that's intriguing because hops and cigars. Yeah, I don't know that they go together that well in when you pair up beer and cigars in some cases, but I don't know. Maybe if they put enough sugar sauce on it, I guess it could be okay.
I saw them in my local shop,
bacon.
actually.
Yeah, but bacon. I would like to know about this. Tell me more. Anybody know anything about that?
First I heard of it.
Yeah, I think so.
Would be nice.
I shouldn't, we shouldn't be surprised. Everything, they got bacon Band-Aids now, for crying out loud. So I don't know if they're flavored or not, but yeah.
Rodrigo Cigars has a good question.
Yeah.
You want to answer it, Jerry?
Go ahead.
Sure. The question is, do you guys view other blog sites as competitors or collaborators? It's I don't really view them as competitors because we're the best. No, I don't really view them as competitors because, it's one of those things. We all share the same audience. You'll be hard-pressed to find someone who watches Stogie Review but doesn't visit, Stogie Guys, or doesn't visit the Cigar Feed or a Cigar Smoker or whoever. I think we all share the same audience, and Brian Hewitt and our success at IPCPR wasn't just us, hustling. I mean, that was a good part of it, but we got leads from all kinds of people, even the fellow bloggers that were there to point us in the right direction, so I don't view them as competitors. It's more like collaborators. We all kind of look out for each other and try to help each other out as much as we can.
Yeah, some blogs take it a little more seriously than others, but we're kind of laid back in that regard.
We can still kick ass, as laid back as we are. We're just kicking ass, but we're not really taking names. Yeah, who needs the name? I got enough Post-it notes on my desk. Fuck that.
What do each one of you guys look for in a cigar? When you're smoking a cigar, what do you look for?
Flavors. Flavor. I don't care how strong or how mild a cigar is. If the flavors rock, the flavors rock. I mean, one of my pet peeves is construction, but everybody's like, that's what you got a lighter for. But for me, when a cigar starts to burn incorrectly, I can't help but think it has an effect on the way it's supposed to burn and the way that blend is supposed to taste. But for me, it's all about flavor. It's all about wow factor for me.
Yeah, I mean, if a cigar's got lots of rich flavors, I mean, I don't care how many times I have to reach for the lighter. I'll fight it, if it's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about the flavor.
So we got a flavor
man who has
panel.
Plenty of flavor. My head kind of looks like a pumpkin.
As far as a particular flavor I look for, I'm big on woody flavors and nuttiness.
That's what she said.
Ha! But for me, it's all about woodsy flavors. I think that's probably my most enjoyable flavor.
Walt, Ryan?
Barry
I
likes
like-
the wood.
The wood. Jerry, say
I like.
So
I
does
like-
your mom, but only mine.
Because it's so small and it's over so quickly. Yeah, it's not inconvenient. Oh, or so I hear.
It's all right, Brian. You can call me Daddy. It's cool.
Jack
Jack
Rebel
wants to know, what other cigar blogs are you guys frequent visitors of?
Oh, for me, Stogie Guys, the Cigar Feed, a Cigar Smoker. But a lot of them I don't visit daily. A lot of times it's when I have time, I catch up on my RSS feed, and that's how I kind of keep track of what everyone's doing. Sometimes it's 2-3 weeks late, but hey, I try to keep up as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just keep an eye on my RSS feed, and full RSS feed. People with partials get kicked. I don't like that.
Wait, are you guys telling me there are other cigar blogs out there? I had no clue. Really? I thought we were the only guys doing this.
Big world out there, Brian. You got to get out.
Damn, there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet. I thought it was just Google and Stogie Review. Shit.
and porn.
Oh, of course, the porn. Yeah, I mean, duh. I mean, no. I mean,
Yeah.
I think in my RSS feed I have like 47, 48 different cigar blogs or blogs that occasionally even publish cigar content. So I mean, there's a lot of sites out there. I used to say there's not enough, but man, there's a lot. There's a lot now.
Yeah, I have a lot in my RSS feed. I also have a Google News search in the feed too. So there are some days when I can get hundreds of posts. So it's really tough to keep track of all of them. A lot of times I'll just skim, but there are a lot of blogs out there, and I try to read as much as I can, as much as I have time for anyway.
I read the headlines, and if I can think of a good troll comment to leave, I might read the post. But yeah, usually not. No, I look at a lot of the same ones. It's the same story. I don't have time for it that much, just because I actually have to work for a living. I don't get paid to do this yet, so who's got time for all that?
That hopeful yet. Did anybody get that question right yet?
No, I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen the answer that Walt gave me.
Sure, Walt gave you the right
That's
answer.
what I was going to say.
I hope so. I don't know the answer, so I'm going by what Walt gave me.
I love.
And I'm
I love
not
the
looking at the chats.
I think
love Thomas
I
really
thought
insistent on his.
The best thing is
just
everybody
wrong.
else is sending them right to it. All you got to do is link it and say the answer, but nobody's.
I thought I've seen it like 60 times already in the chat room, but I guess I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I thought so too. I'm thinking the same one as you.
I'm going by what Walt. Hey Walt, if you want, can you just check the chat to make sure? I'm going by what you sent me on the DM. So maybe you messed up. I don't know. But what you said-
Walt can say he hasn't seen it yet because he doesn't have the stupid chat thing open. So,
I don't.
Mean, people could have put up screenshots of it by now, and you guys figure out how to put up a screenshot.
If it's
Brian, you know what the answer is. You wrote the article.
right,
Well,
so
I was wondering if you came up with something clever that that because I don't know what I write. I write stuff and I forget about it, just like you guys.
if
Kind of
it's-
like
if
write
it's-
your stuff. When it's
if it-
gone, it's gone. It
Shut
was
up, Brian.
fantastic when it happened.
if it's you've been stashed and Tom Cigars won like an hour ago.
Yeah.
That's the winner. You've been stashed.
Is it You've Been Stashed? Is that the
Yeah.
original mention of it? I still don't want to give it to Tom, though.
that's not the answer I got though.
Oh,
What's the
all
answer?
right.
What's the answer you got?
Well, if I
sure
tell
it
it, they're
is.
going to know it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever
Walt,
answer you got is wrong.
Walt
No,
froze
it's-
now.
It's the You've Been Stashed article.
Yeah, so Tom got it right like an hour ago.
All right, then Tom, you're the winner. There we go. You win the stinky ashtray. It's over with.
I object.
I object. Well, Jerry, we're getting close to the end of the show here. You want to give away? You want to pick a comment and give away your cigar to somebody?
Who had the bacon cigar question? I thought
That would be Lady of the Stick.
All right, so Lady of the Stick wins the Old Man in the Sea.
There you go. Congratulations. Send your information to Jerry, DM him, and he'll get it out to you.
Hey, Walt, you want to shrink and bring your video back up, please? You're frozen on my end.
Yeah, all of you are frozen.
Well,
What do you
you've
want me to
never
do?
looked better.
Just shrink. Yeah.
There he goes. Boop.
There we go.
That
Now
better
we'll
be-
see if he comes back.
Nah,
Toby the squirrel.
it's coming back up.
Yeah, you're still
I love
spinning.
Toby.
It's
Toby
all
the
right.
squirrel.
All right, I got one more question for
There
you
you are.
guys. Are you planning on bringing on any more reviewers?
We've talked about it. Kind of take the load off of those of us who post multiple times a week. Not Brian Hewitt. So yeah, I think anything could happen. It's definitely something that come up that we've
You
talked
should
about.
split mine out. 2 days. Just split my posts out. They are so good. You know, wait until tomorrow. You get the dramatic conclusion with the Tower of Burns. What will Brian think of it? Will he love it? Will he hate it? Will it be box worthy? Find out tomorrow on Stogie. That's what we should do. It's that good. I think it's that compelling that it'll work. I think it'll work. Man, I don't have to do anything else, any additional work at all for that.
You know, the only review I liked of Brian's is when that sexy voice did the voiceover, did the audio recording of it. I thought that was the best Brian Hewitt ever.
No, the Taris was classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't do the Taris. The Taris would be freaking awesome. You could throw in something about Sam Lucia in that one this year, and yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, most likely to be legally barred from a trade show. You know, that goes back to the thing I was saying earlier about not being able to just crap all over people. I was trying to be diplomatic in that even then, but I mean, so many people just, boy, I don't know, you know. What the hell? We could do it again. I just, you know, I was inspired at that point in time, and I haven't had any ideas come to mind since. But by drinking enough and having enough coffee in my system, who knows what might happen.
Hey, Walt, you know what I found out today, Walt? Sorry to hijack your show, but we have a different Oliva rep now. Chris Manso, whatever his name is, he's not with Oliva anymore. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard about that. Actually, I got a phone call like the day after my local shop found out about it. One didn't know what was going on in the rumor mill.
Yeah.
I think the new rep was a former Drew Estates rep or something. I haven't met him, but yeah, Chris Townsend is no longer the Oliva rep.
Yeah, so...
And if anybody's wondering, now, Walt's from Pennsylvania, Jerry's from Maryland, and I'm from Pennsylvania. So other than that, that's about all you need to know.
It took you a while to remember that, didn't it? Yeah. It took him a while to remember that. I'm from...
I was trying to think.
You can see the wheels turning.
I was trying to think of something smart ass to say about where Brian's from, but I couldn't think about it. So I blew it, and I just had to fill in with something, so I screwed up. Yeah, too much Zaya. And Brian's from Georgia, so just in case you don't know.
All right.
Atlanta, baby.
We got any more questions for these guys in the chat? If not, we're going to wrap this bad boy up. Mike is drunk and Vicodin up. That's what they're saying. Probably true.
I'm out of Vicodin. You can send me some.
All right. Well, it does look like. Listen, I want to thank all three of you guys for coming on. Truly, you made the chat room a really good success for us, and we appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Glad to have you guys on, and you're welcome back anytime.
Except Brian.
Well, thanks for having us on, even if we did just totally destroy your intro.
No, it's okay. It was. Listen, Tom totally destroyed it too, so it'll be the second time it was destroyed. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
That was great.
And if I may, I really dig the microphone setup you've got there. It looks like a radio studio or something in there. That's impressive.
Thank you.
We did it for you,
right.
Brian.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what Mom did. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
I'm disappointed.
Yes.
I'm disappointed it's over already. That's what she said.
There we go.
That's
Hey,
it.
you just took it on the over.
Yes. Bonus minutes. Yeah.
I say we keep going. I mean, let's see how long we can keep it going for. Let's keep the party going.
No, it's family
How many
time.
people-
Shows up after an hour.
Bring the family in.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Family simply stays out.
And I'm out.
How many people do that on a radio show? It's like, let's just keep going. Let's do it. Let's go.
Not many, actually.
Hell no, they want to get the hell out of here.
Out of Dodge. All right.
I think the stream already died anyway, so.
All right, guys. We're going to cut
right.
you off, so appreciate it. Thanks a lot for everything and the support. Wish you nothing but the best luck. Jerry, give it to him.
Wrong. Fucking ashes.
All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
See you later.
Thanks.
Alrighty. Now, the screen is going to really be freaky here for a little bit.
All right.
Because
Boy, that was an entertaining show, folks. I told you guys it was going to be a wild, wild ride. I want to thank the guys over at Stogie Review for stopping by and making this one of the most chaotic shows we've ever had. Congrats to the Lady of the Stick. Make sure you DM Jerry your information, and he'll get that out to you. And Tom, I already got yours, so I will make sure that Rich over at East Coast Cigars gets yours out as well. And we're spinning. Can you still hear me, Mike?
Yep, I can hear you, brother. You're
going.
We are going. You are live.
All right, I lost your video. I want to thank East Coast Cigars, www.eastcoastcigarscompany.com for the sponsorship of Stogie 411. That's why you were able to watch it today live for free. Also want to thank www.rodrigocigars.com as our other sponsor. And we still have a giveaway. Go over to the site when this post is up. Just leave a comment in the comment field, and we are going to give away a humidor. This humidor is awesome. Go check out our post. You'll see the humidor in there. Really, really nice. And again, we want to thank everybody in the chat room for joining us, because without your support, shit doesn't matter. You got anything you want to say, Mike?
No, just that I got the hell beat out of me tonight.
Yes, you did. I'll tell you. But you took it like a trooper, buddy.
Yeah, it was great seeing all you people in the chat room. Hopefully you join us next time on our next show. Oh, our next show.
Yes, the next show is August 20th. No, August 22nd. And Mike and Matt will be live with Ian from Oliva Cigars. I will not be back until the end of September, so Mike and Matt will be running the shows. Make sure you tune in, join those guys. And also I want to thank Tad, a.k.a. Abraxas. He's a viewer of ours. He's sitting here in the studio live watching the whole show. So I want to thank you, Tad, for joining us. I appreciate you coming all the ways up from Maine? From Maine. Came all the ways up from Maine to New York just to sit in and watch Stogie 411. So that's loyalty, man. That means a lot to us.
Actually, he came down.
Came down. I said up, right? Over, across. Actually, he came down. He came from Watertown. Yeah, he came from Watertown, so he technically came down. Anyways.
But, running late. I'm smoking. It's a Gran Habano Gran Reserva number 3 in the Gran Robusto size. Love these things. Love them.
All right, everybody. Well, we're going to cut this off. And, again, thank you. And make sure you go when the post is up. Leave a comment. And hopefully congrats to whoever wins that humidor. So till next time, see ya.
See yas.